Christo, how you doing tonight?
Couldn't be better.
Well, I'm so glad that we have this opportunity to connect again. In the montage that starts the Hogan Code, there are video clips of you in about 2010 doing your best to play the game that you love and that I love and that we all love, but basically appearing to be like an amateur player that many of the listeners, I'm sure, can relate to. I know I could in the past. And then it just kind of progresses into what is undoubtedly a professional caliber swing that is the culmination, as you put it, of all the years of your experience, of your research, and your practice on how to emulate Mr. Ben Hogan.
This is my magnum opus, the Hogan Code. So I figured by putting that documentary footage to tell the story of how I got to where I am today, I thought it just would work perfectly and establish for the audience who I am, what my motivations are, and where I started and where I got to.
And it's been an amazing journey to watch you go through as well as a fan of your YouTube channel.
Hey guys, it's been an amazing week. I can't thank everybody enough. The support has been unbelievable. The messages I'm receiving are so complimentary. It really makes me feel great. I appreciate it. I'm really, really excited. As the video opened up, I was on a podcast for Golf Unfiltered with Adam Fonseca, who's really, really cool. And it's such an honor to be invited onto a podcast like this to talk about my new swing video, the Hogan Code, and what's been happening. Yesterday I was able to go out to Brookside Country Club, and Brookside is the hardest course in the area that I feel I regularly play. And we played from the championship tees, and this course used to traumatize me. And I mean, we're playing it from the tips. And you know what? I shot even. I had a putt that, I missed on the last hole to shoot under par. And it's wild. Like, my move is so consistent that I'm playing a completely different game, even from a few months ago. Because it's like, I know that something completely wacky isn't going to happen for the most part. I mean, if I spaz out, something could happen. But as long as I remain in the pocket with my swing, I'm good. And I navigate around a super duper difficult course, hitting bombs over 300 yards off the tee and then dialing in these irons. It was really, really so peaceful yesterday. It was more fun than ever. Like, the game is more fun than ever. So at any rate, been working real hard on the website. If you haven't been to myswingevolution.com, you should check it out. There's great forums. You can build your own profile. People are having conversations. That's wonderful. I'm excited about so many things that I can't wait to start to reveal. But I'm excited about my Hogan Code documentary movie. I'm excited about moving into golf full-time as a profession. I'm talking to some bigwigs all around the world about really cool stuff. And the response from the video has been so wonderful. I can't thank you enough. So I'm going to leave you with another 5 minutes or so from the podcast and some excerpts from the Hogan Code that you can watch while you listen. And I just hope you have a wonderful day. So I'm going to go out and play with my friend Dawei that you may remember from last year, the young Chinese man who's improved his swing a great deal. And we're going to go have a great round of golf. So I hope that you hit them long and you hit them straight.
You have got a video that you have released entitled The Hogan Code that is available on your website, myswingevolution.com, that, quite frankly, sir, I think, I know it's probably the best golf swing instructional video I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's, I jokingly say that it's my PhD or doctoral thesis on the golf swing. I actually, even though it kind of is, feels like it bounces around a bit, one element of the swing does not stand alone by itself. The swing is one great work of art. Okay, and it's kind of like Michelangelo said, that he saw the angel in the stone and carved until he set it free.
Nobody could really, at least I haven't heard until I've seen the Hogan Code, nobody put the techniques that were required to master within the golf swing in such a clear and concise manner as you have in this video. And I think you're absolutely correct. Anyone that you go out to now at a driving range or whatever, pros simply aren't teaching the way that you teach, and you have become a teacher. I don't know if you're aware of that or not, but you have become a teacher to so many people, albeit in video form. Do you feel right now, after 5, 6 years of doing this, after releasing your magnum opus that is the Hogan Code, do you feel that you've mastered Ben Hogan's swing, or at least close to it?
I've got my move, I've got my action. I know it creates leverage, and I'm destroying the golf ball. I mean, but as far as the where the weight is, the weight shift, the clearing of the hips, and the holding of the lag, and all those things, that's happening without ridiculous manipulation. So that's why I say I've got that basic action of it. But he himself said that you have to judge the swing by the flight of the ball, and that's the ultimate judge.
I think it's just it's so impressive to me that all of this really started with you finding a copy of Ben Hogan's 5 Lessons. And from there, everything just kind of my swing evolution was born, and you went on this journey. And of course, as we've been talking about the Hogan Code, the video that I've seen that many that I highly encourage all of my listeners to go and see. And you can find it on your website, the new website, newly redesigned, which is really well done. Kudos to whoever put that together, by the way, myswingevolution.com. One of the things that, Christo, I wanted to really compliment you on after watching the video was just, and I've said it already a little bit, how clearly you described the movements that you wanted to get across. And what I mean by that is, for example, you cover it all. You cover the grip, you cover weight shift, you cover so many different things. Was that done in a way broken out, segmented in the way that you present it within the Hogan Code because that's how it was presented to you, or that's the way that you thought of it and discovered it throughout this journey, or something different?
You can't talk about the grip unless you know how you're using the handle of the golf club.
Makes complete sense. And it's funny too, because you go into concepts that at first, for someone, I've played the game for over 20 years, and at first it seems a little fundamental, but really, I mean, anytime that you want to master any activity, any sport, for example, or any art form, as you had mentioned earlier, you kind of have to start with the fundamentals. And I would, well, I'll ask you, do you feel that that's probably the biggest factor, not sticking to fundamentals or not remembering fundamentals, that really prohibits an amateur player from succeeding?
Well, the biggest problem is they don't know the fundamentals.
Ah.
I'd say that lower body action and then how to clear through the ball are the two most important things that made me feel like I have to scream this from the mountaintops, because I feel like I've seen the promised land. I want other golfers to feel this. And I'm blessed that I've had so many people follow me to this point, but this is where I was working towards, where I was trying to get to the point where I could say, this is it, people. And I literally was towards the end, when I was getting close to finishing the Hogan Code, I was getting nervous. I was like, I would drive like a grandma. I would do all sorts of things where I'm like, don't mess this up now. You got to bring, it's like, Indiana Jones or something. I'm trying to bring this relic back from the past to share with the world. And I mean, that sounds, I know, very, very ridiculously and hyperbolic, but it feels that big, considering that it took me 6 years. I probably hit 1,000,000 golf balls, and it finally paid off.
You've done a great job up to this point, and I know that you will continue to do so. And listeners, I know I've been saying this a few times already, but I sincerely mean this. You need to go to myswingevolution.com. You need to go find the Hogan Code, buy that thing, set aside a couple hours of your weekend. We're recording this on a Thursday evening. Go out 2 hours just to watch this video it is going to change your golf game. I guarantee it. It's going to change mine. And as I said earlier, I've been playing this game for over 20 years. I'm excited to keep trying it out, Christo. I am so excited and happy that you took some time tonight to speak with us. You can go and follow Christo on Twitter at MySwingEvo. Go out to his YouTube channel. Again, it's My Swing Evolution. Christo, thanks so much for coming on tonight.
Thank you. It means a ton, Adam. And I've always enjoyed your work, and nothing makes me happier than for someone like yourself to tell me that my work has made a difference.
It certainly has, and we are all excited to see where the next great thing will be for My Swing Evolution. So keep it up, sir, and we will certainly have you on again in the show in the future.
I can't wait.
All right, listeners. Well, thanks again for tuning in to the Golf Unfiltered podcast. We will be back next week with another guest. Until then, this is Adam signing off.